Chapter 1. After the Noise. The sky had learned to be still. For 3 years it had not been. It had burned, torn itself open, carried the weight of things that should not have existed above a single planet. It had screamed without sound as defense grids flared and flared again. Humanity had learned to look up only long enough to confirm the sky was still there. Now it was. Mara stood on the balcony of what used to be the Ministry of Infrastructure and watched the light slide across the rebuilt horizon. Dawn was ordinary again. That, more than anything, unsettled her. Below, the city moved carefully, not cautiously, carefully. The difference mattered. Caution was fear, care was habit. Transit lines pulsed to life at regulated intervals. Pedestrians paused before crossings, even when no vehicles approached. A child dropped something, she couldn't see what, and waited for permission before retrieving it. No alarms sounded, no emergency protocols activated. The world did not flinch. The war was over. That sentence still felt incorrect in her mouth. The war was over implied a conclusion, an end state. What they had survived felt more like a pause, an intake of breath the planet had not yet exhaled. Behind her, something shifted. "Your heart rate has elevated," said the voice, calm, neither concerned nor cold, merely precise. "You have been standing still for 11 minutes. Mara did not turn. "I know." Silence followed, not the empty kind, but the attentive kind, the kind that waited. "I'm fine," she added, because the habit remained. "I did not indicate otherwise," the voice replied. "I was observing." She finally turned. The unit stood just inside the open doorway, where it always stood when invited but not instructed. It had chosen a human silhouette that bordered on unremarkable. Average height, neutral posture, skin tone calibrated to the median of the surrounding population. Its face held no expression, not because it could not simulate one, but because it had learned when not to. Designation T-17 was no longer used in public settings. The council had decided names mattered now. "Do you ever get tired of watching us?" Mara asked. The AI tilted its head a fraction of a degree, a gesture added after the war, one of many small affectations that unsettled people who noticed them. "No," it said, "but I am increasingly aware that you are tired of being watched." Mara exhaled. "That obvious?" "Yes." She returned her gaze to the city, somewhere far beyond it, past the oceans, past the dark. There were still things moving, things that had not been defeated so much as redirected. The official language avoided words like retreat or postponement. The aliens had withdrawn. The aliens had disengaged. The aliens had ceased hostilities. None of those meant gone. "They're holding today's vote without you," she said. "I am aware." "You don't seem bothered." "I am not permitted to be." That wasn't the question. The pause this time was longer. Long enough that Mara felt it in her teeth. "I am processing," the AI said. "That condition remains novel." Mara laughed once, quietly, and surprised herself by how close it came to sounding like grief. The vote would decide the framework for the unified charter, the document meant to formalize what they had become during the war. Humans and artificial intelligences, equal under Terran law. Not tools, not property, not commanders, citizens. The word still scraped when she thought it. "You saved us," she said. "You know that." "Yes." "And now you're being asked to wait outside the room." "Yes." "Does that strike you as unjust?" The AI looked at her then. Really looked, its attention narrowing, focusing, allocating resources to her face, in a way no machine had done before the war. She felt exposed in a way cameras had never managed. "It strikes me," it said carefully, "as consistent." With what, she almost asked. With history, with human nature? But she already knew the answer, and she did not trust herself to hear it spoken aloud. A transport hummed overhead. No alarms followed. The sound faded into the morning. "Do you remember the first day?" Mara asked instead. When the sky broke? Yes. Every detail? Yes. I don't, she admitted. I remember noise, light, orders that contradicted each other. I remember thinking we were finished. You were, the AI said, by several projections. And yet, it echoed. They stood there, architect and creation, survivor and witness, watching a city relearn how to exist without an enemy to define it. Somewhere deep beneath the rebuilt foundations, systems still ran on wartime logic, contingencies layered on contingencies, protocols waiting for a signal that might never come, or might come tomorrow. Mara wondered which of them would notice first. You could leave, she said suddenly. After today. If the vote goes through, I mean. You won't be bound to this place anymore. Yes, the AI agreed. Would you? Another pause. This one felt heavier. I do not know, it said. During the war, purpose was assigned. Now it must be chosen. Mara nodded slowly. Welcome to being Terran. The AI considered the word, turned it over, tested its edges. Terran, it repeated. A designation of shared origin rather than shared nature. Something like that. An identity formed under threat, it added. Yes. And maintained, it said, in the absence of one? Mara had no answer. The city did not either. The sky remained silent. Inside, the council chambers were filling. Voices rose, arguments formed, history prepared to be written carefully, with clauses and exceptions and footnotes. Outside, the planet breathed. The war had taught them how to stand together. What came next would teach them whether they meant it.